Do your kids use Instagram and Snapchat and who knows what else? Well, you know what? Don't panic, because today Sarah Brooks is here to explain social media to us. From our car to yours, this is Minivan Confessions.
So what would you say then if you overheard a conversation like I did recently between my son and my daughter, where my son was saying that he can't get any likes on his Instagram photos because he doesn't have any followers because he's only 12 and he just started. And like I was overhearing the conversation and I thought about your article. What would your advice be to this poor 12-year-old kid?
You know, one thing that people don't realize is just like everything else in life, some people are going to be better on social media than others. He shouldn't be concerned with that kind of stuff. But that's really a struggle that I find with our teens is I don't really know how to tell them not to be concerned with it when it seems so concrete.
Right. One of the things that I appreciated about your article was that you said that when we were growing up, when our generation was growing up, you would show up at school, you would, be shocked to find out that so-and-so was wearing the same jeans that you had on, and then, and then everything was happening in real time, so that if people didn't like your shirt, you would find out by their condescending glances in the halls between, math and lunch.
Right.
But now, Camille, my daughter, was just telling me that people pictures of their outfits, and people, before they even arrive at school, have 37 likes on their new jeans or their new shirt. And so you're getting real-time affirmation, approbation, and disapproval. Talk a little bit about how that affects people's sense of belonging at school in terms of popularity.
Yeah, and that goes back to, it absolutely does affect them, and that goes back to being careful of what your kids are posting, because a lot of times we're scared about, don't post things that are inappropriate, don't post pictures that you're going to regret on your wedding day when they surface with your ex-boyfriend, don't post stuff like that. But it even comes back to, don't post pictures of yourself with your face and your hair and your body and your clothes that you're going to be sad about if you don't get the reaction that you're wanting.
Right.
Because, even if that's what you're wearing to school that day, it's kind of doing you a disservice to throw it out there publicly, and if you don't get the reaction you're hoping for, you're stuck in that outfit all day. So you might as well just not even offer that to the public to comment on,
Right.
But and that's just so ingrained in their minds. I can't even tell you how many of the girls I follow, they're in the dressing room trying on something, and before they even buy it, they're posting pictures of it. It's just what they do. Like, I have a new shirt, I better take a picture and post it. I don't know. I don't get it.
So, Sarah, do you think that kids are adapting and learning this stuff? I feel like my teens, they don't believe everything they see online. Mm-hmm. They think people who ask too personal questions are creepy or creepers, I guess, and they even guard what they post. My son, especially, he hardly posts anything online. He's very deliberate about the things he posts and doesn't. Do you feel like that kids are adapting, that they're figuring this out, or is it, we're as parents, we're so afraid, and sometimes I think we should trust the kids a little bit more?
I tend to see the most reckless stuff with the junior high kids just because they're in junior high, and if my life was documented in junior high, no one could take me seriously from then on out.
It's okay. You can say it. They're stupid.
They are. They are. They just do stupid things. I think that they are adapting. I think it's just, one thing I wonder is if they are going to have tougher skin because of this whole share everything. Right. It does affect their identity, but on some level, I feel like they're gonna have to be able to brush some stuff off that we wouldn't, because it's so in your face. It's so point blank. Like, I don't like that outfit, or I'm not gonna like this picture. That I feel like on some level they may even have a tougher skin that we may not have. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I think it's just maybe reality because of how they have adapted and how they use it. But I tend to see that, like, the posting open-ended questions or posting too much personal information. I tend to see that a little bit more with our junior high kids than I do our high school kids. So I think some of that is an age and maturity. And boy, girl. Boys just don't post as much as girls. I ate a sandwich for lunch. Boys just don't need to post stuff like that.
It seems like it's a good opportunity for parents to really engage with their kids and to say, okay, so in this instance, it's not appropriate for you to post this, or it's not appropriate for you to say this. And so it's a great opportunity for parents to really see their kids' hearts as they're displaying it to the world.
Yes, absolutely. I had one mom say, we read your Instagram post, and I told her she needed to read her Bible before she posted anything. And after the mom told me that, I saw that this girl's Instagram had nothing but Jesus. Like, everything she posted had to be about Jesus. And I thought, that's not the point.
Right.
That's the point, is not to only be able to post certain things, because God made life and he made it fun and funny, and he gave us pets and family and friends and all these things that are totally fine to post. But you're absolutely right. We need to be talking to our kids about the content, not just how to filter it out for when they become adults. And I think at the same time,
Right.
one thing I love talking to parents about is the fun and the positive things that can come out of social media, but also the fact that they were 12 once too, and they did really stupid stuff, but it was like written in notes or, one-on-one communication. And so they
Right.
need to expect, that their kids are going to post stupid stuff and they're going to say stupid things, and that's okay because they're kids, but that's when the conversations need to come in. So they're not going to be perfect. Their accounts are going to have stuff that's questionable or that's going to make them look ridiculous as adults later in life. But you would have done the exact same thing if you had the resources that they have now,
Yeah.
So I think you're right. It just comes down to not just conversations about don't tell people your real name and where you're from, but also let's focus on why you're saying this and to who you're saying it, and why you're behaving this way, that kind of stuff. Talk about the content and the heart behind the content instead of just the dangers or the, time management, or also important things.
That's why I love your approach, Sarah, because it's kind of the keep calm and parent on, approach.
Yes.
It's there's not really anything new, just the methods are new, and
Yes,
human nature
exactly.
hasn't changed.
Exactly.
So we need to run. We're kind of out of time, but thank you so much for talking to us, and we hope to talk to you again in the future.
Yes,
And I just
absolutely.
really appreciate it.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out with me.
Cute.